what's up? This is eytsh commenting on another Command & Conquer Kane's Wrath video commentary. And yes, you're right, I haven't been online for quite a while. I have neither been playing myself, nor did I do any commentaries. So I hope I'm not too much out of the game and can give a nice game. By the way, this is supposed to be a little Christmas present to 3 other Command & Conquer Kane's Wrath players, which I share the history together with. This is Lucky and Craig from South Africa and Matze from Germany, so I hope you enjoy this game. Hopefully I can upload it today, though I doubt that you are gonna have a chance to watch this game. Both players played random. I'm playing versus skyscraper1987. He is random as well, as you can see here. I'm blackhand. Sending out 2 engineers. In order to do that, I need to defend the south, so sending 2 of those quads to this corner to intercept incoming scouts. And I think there is a scout coming. Yeah, here we go. As you can see, it's plain not. It cannot be mock. Would look different, drafted. It's not black hand, so you can tell by the tier 1 troopers. Scaring him away back to his structure over here. It looks like he forgot about his engineer. And sending 1 squad to the south, but he is quicker and he can take this garrison. I'm a bit scared about my engineer. This route is not safe anymore because he's simply quicker on the southern route. Trying to get a scout in here. I could have sniped down the engineer, but I didn't see that because I knew I couldn't go for the structure. In the meantime, I'm going for 3 bikes to go for a 3-bike arrest in the beginning, just trying to keep him on the back foot. This costs me money in terms of building up a good economy. Here on his side, he's going for harvester first, so this set me an advantage. Scout is coming in. I do not see any defense, so I'm sending out those bikes to the northern route, which is unscouted. So I'm lucky that he didn't send any scouts up here. He's gonna see that in the very last moment. There goes the second war factory, so he's going for some kind of dual war factory push. And my bikes are coming in now. They could have been a bit earlier, I forgot about those. In the meantime, I'm trying to build up my economy. And as my bikes come in, he's still on 2 harvesters, no defense. Coming in right now, I'm losing time here. This is major. If I came in a bit earlier, I think it would be like 5 to 10 seconds. I would have been in a good advantage because now he's going for bikes on its own, and I did not realize at that moment that there are 2 war factories, so his defense is coming up too quick for me to take harvesters down and defend versus those bikes at the same time. Due to that process, I'm losing all bikes, I think. I'm not sure. Yeah, I'm losing all bikes. I'm not sure if he lost a single one. And suddenly I see crap. He's up to 5 bikes suddenly. Even now I didn't realize there's dual war factory, but I know that I have to defend, and I'm going for scorpions here. And as you can see, I went for an aggressive expansion to the center because at that moment I felt like, okay, my attack is superior. I don't have to fear that he is a danger, a threat to me, so I decided to expand to here. And the only chance to defend versus that is coming up with some scorpions, scaring him away. He doesn't know that those are the only scorpions, and he leaves this area, going to the center, and I had a little time to pump some rockets. I'm not sure if I overreacted, but at least he has bikes on the field and there's nothing much to do for him except taking down the spikes that I have. He knows that this is a good way to hurt my economy. My defense is simply too slow. Well, I could have taken 1 or 2 scorpions, but he simply would have gone in between those 2 spikes, and it would be hard to scare him away. In the meantime, he has 1 scorpion as 2 scorpions as a defense, and I think he's swapping from bikes to scorpions now. I'm not sure if he can really support 2 war factories at this stage of the game. He's just on 1 refinery and 2 harvesters. This is quite expensive. He might want to sell 1 off and go for the refinery. Let's just check his situation right now. Well, he has 1k floating, so right now it looks like he can support his economy. Bike still moving over the map. I set some scouting up here to see this route. This area is well defended by scorpions, and I'm on 4 harvests here. 1 more harvester would be ideal, but that is okay for my quality of playing this game. Here I tried to go for more economy, but I think I'm stalled on money now. The second refinery should come up, and I even went for a power plant. The problem is, I'm not the aggressor in this game. It's simply him moving around with bikes, giving me the feeling that I have to defend and not go for an attack on my own. And I if I did scout that, I could have put some pressure even with those rocket squads. So both players right now building up their economy. He's going for safe expansion to the south, which I will spot because I sent Professor Cabal's squad down here. I think in this moment of time I decide, well, it could be a nice idea to swap to infantry, and when my economy is set up here, I will realize that this defense force standing over here is quite large and could be reinforced by more rocket squads and Professor Cabals. So it might be a good idea to go for the secret shrine and the needed upgrades. 2 battle markers, just 1 bike coming in here. This was just designed to give him the feeling, hey, I'm still on top of the game, just to get a bit scouting information. You see, I'm just trying to make a run for it, and here I'm a little bit too aggressive, perhaps running through this expansion. I spot this. This is a good purpose, but the bike is, I think, heavily damaged, and I'm not sure if I will be able to save that, but it looks like it returns home. In the meantime, he's on 1 spike. This spike is not taken. Both of my spikes have been taken down. His bikes are coming in here, chasing down 1 harvester, but I think, well, now I am on 5 harvesters up here. Not a single harvester went down. I went for the secret shrine, but currently I'm out of power. Let's check my situation. Well, 8k floating, that's too much. I could definitely go for power plants. One structure is queued and is a power plant. I could go for the upgrades and pump more units, trying to go for a little push on this side, and there the scorpions come. I think I should have retreated. Those are simply too many, and he's going for the crush, losing many rocket troopers without shooting down a single tank, which is a bad trade. This is expensive. I don't know how many troopers he killed. It must mean 10 in total or something, and suddenly I'm standing undefended in my aggressive expansion. The tanks are here, not sure how I can defend that off, and I think the only way to do that is pulling the harvesters from a natural way to the other side, and he's in here on his own and trying to desperately get out some rockets. This is why I'm constructing 2 hand of knots, and he is focus firing firstly on the harvesters, and I think he took at least 2 harvesters down in the process. Luckily this field is empty. I can transfer harvesters over here to let this field regrow. As you can see, upgrade is done, selling off 1 refinery. I have too many harvesters here, and I hope, yeah, those 2 are heading over here to just harvest down the expansion. Need to power up that, perhaps go for another war factory. And I'm trying to get 2 forces, 1 force down here. It's the infantry, trying to flank him from here. At the same time, using my tanks. I know it's not many, but a few should come over there as well. Using my tanks to attacking from the north. Still, I do not realize how he can build up quickly that many forces. I simply didn't get the scout off, and I simply didn't read the information right to realize, okay, there's 2 places where he can repair from, and there's 2 places where he produces from. Actually 3. I think that is a little bit too much for him, mainly because the first field is dry and the second field is yeah, it's just a single field for 2 harvesters. Definitely needs to transfer, I would say, at least 2 harvesters down and sell off 1 of those war factories, but still, he has quite a huge force of tanks. I'm not sure if he goes for the upgrade. Yeah, he's going for dozer blades right now. I think it gives the units a 15% armor boost, and well, my force. For me, it looks quite nice, but in comparison to what's coming up here, it's nothing, and I'm retreating quite quickly, sending in the rocket troopers here. But he has a critical force of scorpion tanks, which allows him to go for a crush, and that's simply too quick for my troopers to respond. I don't know the mission of that bike. I'm simply going in for suicide. Now I'm trying to go for long formation here. First to avoid the crush, second to attack him from multiple angles. And actually he is retreating. It would be so nice to have a how do you call it? Tip vein detonation here to take down the scorpions, but not on this stage of the game. It's too early. Trying to take down the war factory, getting it. So I thought, well, he cannot get the repairs, but he's simply focusing on the crush. And I can remember at this stage of the game I was surprised, because I thought starting in the lobby, well, his ratio is not the best. This should be okay for me to take him down, and this is why I went for an aggressive expansion. But now I wonder, how is he getting that many Scorpions? I simply still did not get the idea about Dual War Factory. He got down my units, as you can see. I tried to expand over the rift and picking off some blue chip, and neither player did that so far. This could give me the necessary economical boost to take down this force here. Dozer Blade's already done, but I think he is not on his route to tier 3. No, he is not. So laser capacitors are not to be feared at the moment, though I could not know that. Trying to lock off this area with some rockets up here, some rockets down there, simply scary for tanks. But well, you saw how efficiently my opponent crushed my units in the past. It's basically my only defense, sending the tanks down here just to secure this area. Not realizing that the combination of my tanks and those units is a very important one for me. So at this stage in the game, I think, well, I am the only player picking up blue chip. I realized the whole field has not been taken, not from his side as well. So I know that this is a good bonus for me. And he decides at the same time to move out with his tanks. And as soon as I realized that, I know that this is definitely not enough to defend tanks off. I should have moved those troops inside the base, perhaps, just to make it harder for him to crush many units at one time. And as you can see, he has formation move and goes straight through the units. He might be surprised that there's a second force down here, and this gives me a little time to move my tanks back. I think I do that right now because I realized, crap, he could completely overwhelm this base, and he's coming in. I don't know how many tanks those are, must be something like 20 tanks, and there's hardly no defense. He simply goes, I think he concentrates on going for the crush, and he knows that his tanks are going to shoot down important structures and units in the meantime. And he does a good job on that. Another harvester goes down. This harvester has been pulled offline, though it survives the good Lord of Tiberium. Thanks God, I have 3 harvesters down here that can deliver blue Tiberium, so I can keep on track of, I can stay on top of the economy. You can see I try to check up because I think I realized, well, there is no way for me to take down that force. He's simply crushing my rocket troopers. I didn't check up at all, so how shall I defeat that force? And I thought about a tip vein detonation, and I'm on my way to prepare for exactly that, cleaning up the last forces. This harvester is heavily damaged, needs some repairs, but there is no war factory for me on the battleground whatsoever. It's a tough spot for me right now, and I think that he simply did not realize that. He went for an attack. This harvester is doing nothing. That's crap. Stall. Should move into the refinery. Guess I sent it to a harvest move, and I forgot about that later on. Here we go, it's a chip camp plant. I'm preparing for that attack. He's lining up here, locking down that area. And obviously he's picking up blue Tiberium now as well. His first expansion is dry, the second not. But you can see that he obviously scouted this area. Something is burning up here, and he's gathering his forces. Laser capacitors done now. Catalyst missile comes in, and luckily I sent those harvesters away because I knew he was coming. One harvester is still chilling here, well, and that thing is dead. I think I can sell off this area because, yeah, I instantly did that. I realized I couldn't keep it. The money is more important for me, and this was a misclick. I didn't want to sell that off. I think I wanted to build rocket troops to defend, and this area is completely undefended, but he decides not to move in there, but go to my safe expansion. Perhaps he thought, well, there must be something, but no, he's mistaken, so he moves up here, and I sold off this building for a very good reason. Just see what my plan was and how it partially did not work out. I thought, no, he must see me, he must follow me. No way, if he shoots me down, my plan does not work. And luckily they come away, but I have to sell that off. It's gonna get taken down anyways. And now my timing is not the best. My timing is not the best, but it is still okay. I should have done it now, and I did it now, taking the tip vein detonation and at least heavily damaging a huge part of that army. Well, I think I hit them quite well. It was a quite good hit. Many of those tanks are heavily damaged. I should focus fire trying to get the vapor bomb off, but this one misses. It barely does do any damage, just a few tanks. one tank actually gets blown up. This would have been big if I got this army, but in the meantime I have some defense up, rocket troopers, and now I'm standing in the base. It's not too easy for him to crush, but he goes for the huge part. I'm not focus firing. I should go for the heavily damaged tanks, and I do not do that. This is my last force that I have, and I'm getting a few of those tanks. I think I start focus firing, but there is nothing for me to defend off versus that. I think I'm selling off the chip camp plant. It is way too expensive. Still pumping from 2 Hand of Nords, but I think right now we are in the chat, and I think we already said GG. A very good game. I'm just gonna let this run till I drop out of the game. A major blow of me to get crushed that many times. Perhaps I should have gone for some tanks in it just to compensate some fire. As you can hear, now he's even at the Redeemer. I'm at tier 1, and here I'm trying to sell off structures just to get enough money to get a harvester, but I cannot do anything. My troops getting killed right here. There's absolutely no chance. And I think I stopped playing at this point, and we just in the chat. So yeah. By the way, I can use the time to tell a bit about the idea of this channel. You see that the frequency of my VODs went down more and more, and I think I cannot keep up to produce videos like every month. It's gonna be less, especially because there's another game gonna be released very soon. It's Grey Goo. If you haven't heard about it, please search for it and consider playing it. It's a real-time strategy back to the roots, done by the Command & Conquer designers, and I think it's worth a look. And I'm not sure if I shall do a channel for Grey Goo. Please tell me your thoughts about that. Shall I abandon Command & Conquer Kane's Wrath and do more Grey Goo, or shall I just do Command & Conquer games once upon a time? As you can see, it's not going to be very often in here. I quit the game. It's not the first, I just left it. Very, very interesting numbers and graphs. I already checked them. If you have a look at the resource graph, actually, yeah, I was ahead of his economy all the time. But I still could not make money into into troops that are worth their money, because he simply crushed too many times. I think you can see that by the units. Yeah, here you can. I'm already every time building up huge forces and lose them at once at the 6-minute mark. Second time just at 8 minutes, losing all the troops. It's very almost instantly. And the last time at 14 minutes the same thing happens, and this is the reason he simply defeated me with a crush move, why I could not make those gathered resources profitable. Stats very interesting, especially the unit kill death ratio. It's for me it's 0.15, very, very low, and here is a kill death ratio of 6.24 just because of that crush move. So I'm gonna try to convert this and upload this in time. Not sure if I can do it today or tomorrow. Anyways, Merry Christmas everyone, I'm out.